Hello, my name is Towanda Mullins, chairperson of the Sojourner Truth Project Committee, and we are formed here in Akron, Ohio, where we have rebirthed a project that had sat abandoned for quite some time. And what I want to talk about is briefly what Sojourner Truth means to me. And I want to begin with that she's a first to me. She was the first during the Ohio Women's Rights Convention to speak up and grace our Akron soil with her presence to speak for all. Although she was denied the opportunity and was told not to speak, she stood as a strong tower, knowing that she probably would not benefit in her lifetime for the very fundamental right, and that is to vote as an American citizen. So we do understand that with this courage and what it took for her to stand for all is deemed appropriate and an honor for us just to literally look back at history and see how we can really shape the future. Her selfless efforts in regards to the first is also notable during the recruitment of the Black soldiers for the Union Army during the Civil War. Those efforts and the work with the National Freedoms Release Association encouraged President Abraham Lincoln to convene with Sojourner Truth. And that was just to honor her for her courageous efforts. And be advised, she also was a nurse who tended to those wounds of those Black Army um, individuals who came back and counseled many of them. To me, Sojourner Truth really was the first introduction to what we say now DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Around 1828 or so, she became the first Black woman to win a lawsuit against a white man. And what happened is that her son Peter did not regain his freedom. And so she took that to court. And, she shattered those legal norms from those days. She was another first when you think that she literally was the first Black woman to have a bust sculptor in the United States Capitol in the Emancipation Hall. She was the first one for that as well. So many visitors across the United States and the world visit the United States Capitol, and her bust sits there, and notable to be the first in that regard. What this has taught me in regards to this committee that's north of remarkable, every individual that takes part to see that we finally bring this project to fruition, is that I too can stand. I can see an issue, and it's okay not to see it as others see it. I can too stand and be courageous to look for remediation practices. I too can stand to create something to help the next individual. And so, with all this courageous confidence and her just being a strong tower as a woman, it gives me confidence that's to the next level. Refusing to be denied, if you will, doing all that I can to ensure that I'm doing what's right, and not just for me and not just for my family, but for everyone. So, with that being said, I always lean on her phrase that the truth is powerful and will prevail. And I just want to thank you, Sojourner Truth, for all that you've done. Your words still ring out in 2023, and we've made a lot of progress, but we have a long way to go. Thank you for listening.